Karen and her HOA board thought they could throw me out of my own cabin. But when I reminded them that I own the lake they fish in and the only parking lot their members use, let's just say their eviction plans sank fast. After a long week at work, I drove up to my lake cabin to finally get some peace and quiet. The place had been in my family for decades, a private escape where I could fish, grill, and watch the sunset in peace. But the moment I pulled in, I saw an envelope taped to my cabin door. In big bold letters, notice of eviction. Confused, I ripped it open. According to the letter, the local HOA had revoked my right to occupy the cabin because I hadn't paid HOA dues. Here's the thing. My cabin isn't even part of their HOA. Never has been. I built it on privately owned land years before the HOA was even formed. I didn't have long to stew, though, because Karen, the HOA president, marched up the driveway with her clipboard brigade. "You've been warned," she said smugly. "If you don't leave by tonight, we'll have you forcibly removed." I almost laughed. "Karen, you might want to read your own maps before making threats. My land isn't under your HOA's control." She crossed her arms. "We'll see about that. Tomorrow morning, our board's filing papers." Well, I didn't wait until tomorrow. Instead, I grabbed my own property deeds, because here's what Karen didn't know. Not only do I own this cabin, I also own the entire lake it sits on, and the parking lot the HOA's residents use when they come boating or fishing. The next morning, when the HOA members rolled in for their weekend lake day, they found the parking lot chained off with a giant sign: "Private property, no HOA access." Chaos erupted. Dozens of residents stormed over to Karen, demanding answers. Without parking, they couldn't even unload their boats. And with the lake closed off, their so-called lake privileges vanished instantly. By noon, I had the sheriff out there to confirm I was fully within my rights. The deeds were ironclad. The HOA had no power over me, and in fact, their false eviction attempt could land them in court. Karen's smug look crumbled as her own neighbors turned on her, furious that she'd risked everything over a lie. Within weeks, she was voted off the HOA board. As for me, I sat on my cabin porch with a cold drink, watching the sunset reflect off my lake, smiling at the empty parking lot that used to be full of HOA boats. Karen tried to evict me. Instead, I evicted her entire HOA from the lake.
I'm Liam. Subscribe for more HOA madness. Thanks.